welcome to Good Morning Live.
And on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and now on Connect TV, available on
Memorial Day today, right here in this amazing studio with this amazing family. We want to celebrate one man who's come in who lost his legs in combat and gained the mindset to fulfill his dreams. Another young man's story of overcoming history, his story. And we have a surprise guest in the house.
Way to kick off the holiday and motivational Monday. We want to welcome our very special guest to the show. TV family member, Ms. Tanya Memme is in the house. Good morning, Tanya.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and Seth Carr, inconceivably young, rising, talented star. Look at that. You are giving Rob Mack a run for his money.
I'm taking notes, man. I'm taking notes.
Exactly. Dust some shoulders off. Oh, and Chris Van Etten, thank you so much for being here. Part of our United States Marine Corps, incredible veteran. Thank you for being here today.
Glad to be here.
So here on Good Morning Lowland, we like to know, how do you start your day? What are your morning routine like? Tanya, let's start with you.
My morning routine?
Yeah, your
well,
morning
that
routine.
depends on if I have my daughter or not. It changes greatly. So, but if I have her, I'm up at 6. We are trying to get breakfast ready. The hardest thing is getting her dressed in the morning. So sometimes I dress her when she's sleeping, grab a coffee, and I'm out the door.
Right, I had like a double life when my son was young, and to go back and forth with my son's house. I'm like, which life am I going to live today? You know?
No, it's very different. I agree with you.
Yeah, Tanya or mom or both. Seth, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine like?
Morning routine. When I'm working, I get up at 5, get in the shower, get dressed, head in the car, get some donuts all the way. If I don't have to be on set right away, take a nap in the car. But if I'm not working, stay in late, not stay in late, not stay out late. I gotta go to school.
I mean, you're starting young. You've been working since you were, what, 3 months old?
Yes.
You're slacker.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, we're excited you're here today. Chris, what's your morning routine like? How do you start your day?
Well, my morning routine's pretty simple. Get up, have a cup of coffee and read the news. My wife is pregnant, so we're getting ready for that routine. We have 2 puppies that are our kids as of right now. They like to get up really early in the morning because they want us to take them out. But yeah, pretty simple.
Puppies are great practice. Well, congratulations to you both on your new family. We're excited to be a part of it.
So exciting. Woo.
Yeah, thank you all for being here. It'll be fun to talk to you later in the show.
I remember my cousin, Olivia, love you, big shout out to you. They had these 2 adorable dogs before they had their 2 girls. And I remember when she got pregnant, and they were just like, it was like their children, their puppies. And then I was like, just wait, just wait. And I remember when their first child came, and it was kind of like, okay, dogs, go a second, they're like, how do I get these dogs away from the rest of everyone? And it was just so funny, the transition between having your dogs be your children versus, having a baby.
It's a lot. I don't know how people do it. It's hard enough taking care of myself. Like, I have enough challenges just taking care of myself. So it's amazing. People have 3 kids. They have multiple puppies. Amazing.
I have 2 gorgeous little puppies, Hi, Sage and Logan, that my parents are now looking after because it was too much to manage by myself. But they became grand puppies, right? So it's holding my parents over. They've got 2 grand dogs. That's enough.
That's enough for sure.
That's enough. Well, I want to give a special thanks to Kenny Flowers. I'm loving my summer crop top. He's been traveling the world with Jet Set Christina, his lovely girlfriend, but yeah, he sent these along our way.
They're super cute. I'm going to wear mine as soon as it's sunny, and it's not sunny. It's freezing cold, so right now we are...
It's supposed to be beautiful this week.
Yeah, I know, but we're like in the 3rd week of gloom that doesn't usually hit LA. Of course, it's all along the coastline, but it's not usually in West
have
Hollywood.
June gloom, and now it's May gloom, so we're getting an extended amount of cloud cover.
But we don't usually get it in West Hollywood. That's why I live in West Hollywood, because it's like rarely gets gloom around here. It's usually like sunny, like 97% of the days of the year.
I hadn't even heard of the term marine layer until I moved to LA. Why do we not have marine layer? What is marine layer? What is that? It's fog? It's smog? I don't know
weird,
what it is,
huh?
but it's just an excuse for being overcast.
All I know is there was no traffic today. Memorial Day, we're going to celebrate you, and we have a kind of a special second segment for that. But just for a moment, in a kind of selfish way, Memorial Day, I'm celebrating no traffic.
It was mind-blowing to me. And it was not only that, but I got like every green light on the way here. I was like, this is amazing. No cars.
Right?
I left at 8:15 to get here in like 15 minutes. It was amazing.
You don't have to put money in the meter today. We're like,
It was pretty incredible.
It was a little
Memorial Day is very special, and I want to give a very special shout out to the Fire Department Coffee. Thank you so much for sending us this special batch of infused coffee. It's Irish coffee made from Illinois. It's a group of veterans turned firefighters, turned coffee roasters, and part of the proceeds give back to Warriors, Wheels for Warriors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
it's really great. Thank you very much for keeping us infused and awake this Memorial Day. We've got a special promo code, so any of our viewers watching, you can get 10% off of FDC coffee with the code CoffeeBoss10.
It's good coffee too.
It's
really
great
good.
coffee.
Yeah.
I'm a coffee boss, so I very much appreciate
really?
the coffee love.
Nice. Well, I'm feeling between the firefighters and the vets and everyone. I've got my like camouflage overalls on today, so I'm ready to go to combat for
And your
sure.
dog tag.
And my dog tag.
You're going
It
to
has-
spiritual combat,
Yeah, it
Erin.
has diamonds to remember all of the diamonds that have done so much work for our freedom.
Absolutely. Shout out to my dad. He's a vet. So
Yep.
yeah, hope he's enjoying his Memorial Day today.
Right. Shout out to my grandfather who's transitioned but was a vet, and it's so interesting. And same with my uncle, Uncle Robin, who has a Purple Heart in combat, and I just think it's interesting the mindset. You know, my grandpa, and I think it's a generational thing, but I think it's also a military mindset, army mindset, in that, you know, they just didn't talk about their problems ever. Like it was just not. It was like a pride thing, or maybe it's that they part of their development as going, you know, doing their work. Like he just never complained ever.
It's funny you say that. We've had that conversation a little bit before, I think. I don't know if we've done it on the show, but it's mind-blowing to me. Like my dad and my mom, and you know, my dad, of course, was in the Navy, but they both had the same kind of mindset. They didn't ever complain about anything. They got up super early. They worked super late. I don't remember them ever complaining about having to go to work.
No.
Or having to, you know, it's mind-blowing when you think about it, because you know, often you find people
Now we
to be such
complain about
complainers.
everything.
You know, veterans are known to be quite disciplined in their regiments, but they're also very disciplined in their gratitude and remaining humble and really just showing up every single day without complaining. It's really something I admire.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you guys do? What are you guys doing? I mean, we were at work. Very few people at work today. What do you guys do all weekend?
Oh, it's a crazy weekend. Let's see. Well, we met up.
We did.
We did.
Crazy
We
weekend.
did.
What'd you do?
Yeah, it was just a weekend of like busy. Like I was like I met up with Sally, and I saw Sally. Then I saw that was after I'd seen Erin.
A
and
group of us went to
Sergio.
Wally's. You weren't
Yep.
feeling so well, but
Yeah.
we had
I
invited
know, and
the
I
whole
had
group.
such FOMO, you guys. We were missing out. I'm like such a serial socialite. I had this cold, you could probably tell, and I just stayed home and rested. I'm glad you had fun and went to
Oh
Wally's.
no, we missed you.
We
for
always
sure.
miss you. Are you kidding?
But we've been staying in a lot more, cooking in a lot more during the week, working a lot more, and so when the weekends come, we kind of like we try and go out a couple times. So we went to the new Avra, the restaurant over in Beverly Hills. Whoa, that's really like a serious scene right under, I think, CAA over there, and it's beautifully done. I don't know, you know, it was an interesting experience the first time there, where we have our kind of spots that we go to all the time, so we have the way we like our things all the time. So
Okay,
we're
but
gonna
let's
give it a
be
few
honest.
tries.
So Erin's company for the night created an app to like make sure you guys got the reservation. It was so incredible because this place is such a hot spot in Beverly
say that,
Hills.
you're right.
It is a scene in the 90210, and everybody's been talking about going to this spot, and you can't get a reservation.
You can't get a reservation. Oh yeah, so Sergio.
Big shout out to Sergio.
Big shout out to Sergio. So he is obviously a software engineer, very brilliant, obviously, you know. I'm just kidding. So we went on Open Table, and there was no reservation. You can't get a reservation there pretty much. So he created an app that searches and resubmits every 3 seconds to that. And so lo and behold, we got us a reservation.
There you go.
You know, that's how we do it.
That is some serious commitment and discipline. We're talking about discipline on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, so why don't you put this app out for people? Why would you not want
Stay
that?
tuned. Maybe
Stay
we'll make it
tuned.
a part of ours.
Right?
Speaking of stay tuned, I think we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Good job. I'm Jess Mollier, co-host of Good Morning La La Land with my associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone.
Hey girl, what are we wearing right now?
Special thanks to J Squad for making us feel like true goddesses today. He's sponsoring the look for all of This Week in La La Land.
Yes. Speaking of This Week in La La Land, what happened?
We started off interviewing Jane Hansen. She's an Emmy Award-winning OG host of hosts.
What's crazy?
Living legend, right? We also had 2 Emmy Award winners of The Bay, Eric and Santi Nielsen, #relationship goals. And my favorite girl who makes grown men cry was here, Kirsten Collins, releasing her new single, Rainbows.
What a baby.
We are so excited to welcome Dr. Sandra Lee, aka Dr. Pimple Popper. to the studio. She's got over 2 billion views on YouTube, a true skincare sensation. We also welcome to the studio the creative team of Sick for Toys, the directors, the producers from my house. We went to the premiere in Beverly Hills that night.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into This Week in La La Land. Jez?
It's gonna be a good morning, La La Land.
Hey everyone, thank you for tuning into This Week in Focus. Victoria Simone here, associate producer here at Focus TV Network, America's first live streaming daily talk show network with my girl,
Jez Molina, co-host of Good Morning La La Land. So Victoria, tell me what happened this week in Focus.
So last week on the Focus TV Network, we had What's Good
with Aida Rodriguez, super funny, talented comedian.
We had Reshape with Allie Landry.
With legendary Roma Downey and Kyle Richards.
We had Moms Matter hosted by Shirin Yadigar. On that show was
Sophia Dixon,
founder of Q Wonder. We had Success Beyond Beauty founder Terry Briggs with our girl Erica Dela Cruz. Jez, who are we wearing right now?
We are wearing J Squad. Special thanks for making us feel like a true goddess here on Good Morning La La Land.
Speaking of Good Morning La La Land, who was on last week?
We had legendary host Jane Hansen, the creative team of Sick for Toys, amazing musician, and Kirsten Collins was here, singer-songwriter, and she's making grown men cry. And of course, we had Eric and Santi Nielsen from the Bay.
Couple goals. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Focus. Jez, thanks for helping me out.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are honoring Memorial Day here in West Hollywood, and it is a pleasure to have an incredible lineup of guests to celebrate with us. We have Ms. Tanya Memme in the house. Chris, he is a vet of the United States Marine Corps, and young, talented, rising star Seth Carr. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So, what are you doing to celebrate Memorial Day? What's the plan? What are your traditions? Tanya, let's start with you.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a crazy, I'm living with 2 other roommates right now, even as an adult.
Hashtag community power.
Hashtag crazy. And one of them is from Sardinia, and he's Italian. He's holding this huge Memorial Day party at my house today, so you're all invited.
Thank
the
you.
more, the merrier.
She says she lives with 2 roommates. She has this gorgeous house, has a gorgeous pool, and she's like in the estate over there with a couple of roommates. It's so LA. I love it.
Well, yeah, I don't like living by myself when you're in a
I'll bring
larger
the Irish
home.
whiskey coffee, Tanya. We've
What's
got
that?
it covered. I'll bring the coffee.
Oh, please.
It's whiskey infused. It'll be a great time.
Please.
Seth, what are your traditions? What are you going to do today for Memorial Day?
Well, probably have a barbecue, have some chicken,
Nice.
steak, sleep.
You've got it.
Candy?
Out.
Any candy in the house?
Just, I just take a nap, you know?
You can always come to my house if you want.
All right?
All right? You guys are all invited.
He's got it figured
he
out.
does.
The work life, the balance, the sleep, the barbecue. Man, I'm impressed.
He does have a great work-life balance attitude. It's amazing.
He does. And Chris, what do you do to celebrate Memorial Day? And on this
Well, as a veteran, Memorial Day is a pretty important day for us. It's a chance to honor the men and women who we served with that didn't make it home. And so, honestly, once I get back home, I'll probably spend some time with the wife and then meet up with a couple other veteran buddies of mine, and we'll have a barbecue.
It's beautiful.
I love that. Well, thank you for starting your Memorial Day here with us, everyone. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Right. So today's Memorial Day. We want to do, we usually do wisdom of the day, and today we just want to honor the vets out there. So we thought we'd kind of read some quotes and just kind of honor everyone that has their lives have been taken and everyone that's served and given our freedom.
Yeah. You go
No,
first,
you
right?
go first.
Okay. Well, I got to preface mine a little. So I have a JFK quote, but real quick story. So my dad, of course, was a vet. He was in the Navy, and every morning we'd have to salute him.
Really?
Front and center.
Shut.
Yes. No kidding. No kidding. It was kind of funny. He was kind of funny, but he was serious. Like, you had to salute him. We'd salute him.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it was very front and center, and but he taught me so much, just about little things like posture and stuff, which I still slack on. But it was amazing because the discipline that he had and that he shared with us has been something that's lasted a lifetime. So I appreciate that. One funny thing about my dad, when he was a kid, and I didn't know this for the longest time, but I guess like somebody said something when JFK was shot. somebody in this classroom said something like they shouldn't have said, and my dad got in a huge fight and like knocked the kid out. Wow. Yeah. So he's a very patriotic guy, my dad.
He was born that way, apparently.
I know, right? Even as a little one. Yeah. Exactly, Jess. So the quote I love is, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Oh. So I live that.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
Not just about knowing the truth, but living the truth.
Absolutely.
For sure, absolutely.
And a special shout out to Bob for raising this incredible man.
Right.
We honor and respect him so much, and we know that so much of that came from you,
right.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
That,
So the one I want to read, I mean, there's so many great ones, and I think it is important to honor the people that actually passed away. But I think that Richelle Goodrich, for me, sums it up. On this day, take time to remember those who have fallen, but on every day after, do more. Put the freedoms they died for to greater and nobler use. And I think that that's what this show's all about, and that's what this community is about. La La Land is really about the state of mind that we all hold, that anything and everything's possible, that we have freedom, and that we're going to express our unique expression. So I really fully feel my ancestors in me, and I know that they are holding all of us, and they are us really, and they've come to expand not only our DNA, but this life and expression. And so I just honor everyone that has allowed us to have our freedom.
Love that.
For sure.
Absolutely. I wanted to give a special quote from Robin Hayes, who said, Memorial Day this year is especially important as we are reminded almost daily of the great sacrifices that the men and women of the armed services make to defend our way of life. We are incredibly grateful for all of your sacrifices, and it is sad because we are reminded daily. We see all the negativity and the sadness and the loss in the news, and we wake up every morning with such a positive outlook, but a sense of gratitude for the sacrifices you make, for the opportunity for us to be here, to have the platform we have with Good Morning La La Land.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And hoping that in the future we learn from our mistakes, and that we don't have to have anyone's lives taken in vain, taken in greed, taken in anything other than that. Hopefully I have a faith at whatever level, that whatever breakdown happens in war, that we are hopefully evolving at some level to make sure we're going to war for the right reasons and not any kind of convoluted reasons. Let's just know that is being guided for sure.
Amen.
And knowing that also that 22 soldiers a day supposedly take their lives in suicide, and so that we honor the repercussions of everything going on, that we hopefully will come together as a culture and support and heal all together.
Love that, Erin.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So let's take a little break. When we come back, we're gonna go to the back studio, and we're dying to know what Tanya is here. She just like popped in right before, and she is our family, just dear friend of all of ours, and she looks gorgeous. So can't wait to hear what she's up to, Tanya. Let's stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. I'm Jez Moyer, host of LA Unscripted and co-host of Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show. And today I have the privilege to announce the latest issue of Focus magazine, and we're calling it the Empowerment Issue. These pages are filled with some of the most amazing personalities that are truly empowering others. On the cover is Ms. Kelly Gores, a filmmaker who's dedicated her work to empowering others to take charge of their own health and wellness and heal. We're also proud to feature Mr. Mark Teschner, a 9-time Emmy Award-winning casting director for General Hospital. I had the honor of interviewing Mr. Teschner at Prospect Studios, where he is empowering some of the most talented personalities in daytime television. It is an honor to feature Ms. Ellen Rakuten, a 13-time Emmy Award-winning producer known for her work empowering others through The Oprah Show and now in Red Table Talks. She is a true entertainment mogul, a loving mother, and an absolute empowerista. And speaking of empowerista, the creator of the Empowerista show herself, Ms. Alex Worley. And where can you find an LA dining experience that feels like home? Right in Encino on Ventura Boulevard. I had the honor of interviewing Chef Nigel at Davenport's, where it's good food, good friends, and great family. And Focus magazine readers now have a new morning routine. Bel Air has welcomed Mr. Warren Kalute, aka Chef Warren of Holy Juice, an incredible juice bar right at the Bel Air Glen Center. Also in this issue, Mr. Kim Vo, known as the best blonder in the business. No matter what celebrity he's working with, he always goes back to his roots. A special shout out to Ms. Lillian Garcia, who I had the honor to interview for the previous cover of Focus magazine. Part of her empowering tribe is From Music to Mindset with Art and Kaylin, and Greg Sims with a practical goal-setting technique. And Elizabeth Winkler contributed a very empowering piece from Laura Wasser, who is changing the face with divorce because it's over easy. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La. We are so excited to have Focus TV family member here. Tanya Memme is in the house with some very exciting. Good morning.
And she is looking gorgeous.
So
just a little more about Tanya, because I mean she's a hard hitter. She
does it all.
Sell This House. She's been on television for years and years. I mean, tell them all the shows you've been on.
I don't know. I mean, I was on the A&E network for 15 years. Sell This House, Move This House, Sell This House Extreme. I did Entertainment Tonight Canada, Home and Family on Hallmark Channel, and a bunch of other stuff. Robotica. Remember when like those robot wars were out there and stuff? They dressed me in leather, and I was the host on Robotica with Amit Zappa.
Oh, wow.
He was my co-host.
That's awesome.
And we were like, forget all that. We want to know, where's the shirt from?
Yeah.
Where's the
Victoria's
from?
Secret. Victoria's Secret. Yeah, this was, I think, BCBG long time ago.
It's good.
Thanks. I walk in here feeling fabulous.
Next time she sees me, she's gonna be like, why does Erin have my exact outfit? Awkward.
Well, you certainly have inspired us and inspired me as a host. I'm wondering, what do you love most about what you do?
You know, I love helping people. I love making people feel better about themselves, look at things from a whole new perspective. And so a lot of the shows that I have done have been about that. Like Sell This House, we were helping people in need who couldn't sell their house, who it was really causing financial stress, get out of the situation, help them sell their house, or revamp their entire house and then help them sell. And then on Home and Family, I was a crafting expert for kids. So, I help moms and dads get their kids off that computer and spend time crafting with them. And I'm
brings to life that Pinterest project we all look at. Can we really do that?
Yeah,
she can.
I can most of them, not all of them though. But yeah, I do the best I can. And now I'm doing a little bit of life coaching too with the new company that I'm the president of called the Live It Company, and we shoot our show here, the Live It Show. And it's a full-service multimedia production and branding company, and we showcase people who are living their it. Whether you're a celebrity, we had Jeannie Buss on the show, and Victor Ortiz on the show, and Christina Ferrari is going to be on our next show.
So I want to talk for a minute, because I think that just witnessing your journey, and I think it's an interesting thing, because I think it's so important to tell people, because it wasn't like all of a sudden you woke up and you went, I think I'm going to do this other show or whatever. It usually comes in like almost like, oh no, this other show's not going anymore. What am I doing? Where should I go? And then it's like the universe is guiding you and showing you that there's something else that you don't even know that's coming. So talk to us a little bit about that transition for you.
Actually, a really great question, Erin. Yes, I mean, I left Home and Family for a variety of different reasons. It was heartbreaking for me, and it affected myself, my life, my daughter. But when you decide to make a decision, when you decide to make a change in your life, you have to you know, my father always says, make the decision and don't look back. And then what you do is you create, no matter what age you're at, you can always create your life, create a new life, create the life that you really want.
Right.
So if you're in a relationship that you're not happy in, you're in a job that you're not happy in, make the decisions that you need to make, no matter how scary they are, and just get out there, because there is somebody up there.
Right.
I do believe that sometimes God closes doors for you to force you to go into another direction, no matter how hard it is.
And isn't that true? Like, okay, I'm committing to something, whatever that is. Then, like, for instance, we say, oh, we're going to get a new car. I'm ready for a new car. And all of a sudden your car starts breaking down. You're like, hey, what's wrong? Like, the universe, like, you told me I wanted a new car. I'm trying to make this happen for you, you know?
Right. Yeah, it was interesting because I actually went back to Hallmark and I tried to get back on the show because I was like, well, I want to go back, and because the environment had changed and everything, and I loved doing what I'm doing, but it didn't work out. They didn't actually answer my emails or text messages and all that. So, but with that being said, and I understand why that happened, but it's like sometimes, no matter what happens in life, there are reasons for it. That door closed for a reason. Who knows what the future brings? But it's like you just have to walk forward, don't look back, create something new for yourself, and it can be done. It's all in how you look at it.
Absolutely. All you have to do is live it. Yeah. We have a special look at some of the sizzle you've created by living your it. Let's take a look.
And welcome to the Live It Show. You know, I love the opening to our show. I just love it. I mean, the music just keeps me going. And welcome to Odiva TV, and here we are at the Focus TV studios in Hollywood. He's not just the cannabis guy. He's the cannabis guy when it comes to the medical benefits of cannabis. He's a very, very famous plastic surgeon in Hollywood, Dr. Linder.
I am so excited to be here today. Thank you for having me. I feel honored and privileged.
Hi, I'm Tanya Memme with LA Home Magazine, and today we have Kim Gordon, who designed and built this house. Now, I've never been in this house before.
I know.
And I am dying for you to give me a tour. I would probably do it for our show, but I don't know if I do it.
I can see you doing it because you remember her own sell this house. You're that person.
So I would do it.
You would. Yeah,
they would. I want to know, how did this all start? When you were a little boy, did you know you wanted to be a doctor? Did you know you were going to become who you are today?
I mean, he had it. We
just had it.
A lot of us knew. Like, you could tell.
You got it. You can't help it, you just got it.
And he made it on American Idol.
Nice! I love stories like that. So Shayla's, she represents our millennials, which I love. How do you feel about what April has to say? I'm just going to drink my collagen and you can just keep going.
Good.
Well, I know these things. I come from a home building family in Canada.
You have this wonderful demeanor about you.
Did you see her posse that she brought here? You see
all those people? No, she walked in with nobody.
I want people to learn about you and how you started and how you became a part of Odiva and a little bit about your journey.
You're probably still telling her Santa is around.
Of course I'm telling her Santa's around.
Because Santa is a spirit.
No way. First of all, what is it like being a woman working in a man's? I mean, especially in today's day and age. I know that there's been a lot of change in the last 5 years since your father has passed on. Is there something that 5 years later today that you would love to say to your dad? I overheard you say, "This guy saved my life." So tell me a little bit more about that. Do you think that you would have become a world champion had your father?
I don't think so.
The Live It Show with Tanya and Robert. Make sure that you tune in for next week's episode and go out there and live your it.
Oh, I love that. So I want to say, though, that you're now doing Live It, which it's all about living your best life, right?
Living your best life, and we showcase celebrities and just anybody out there that has living an extraordinary life, doing extraordinary things, that have overcome extraordinary obstacles and are now, they basically change their life around and making it work.
And those are the people that we want as our mentors, as our coaches, as whatever. So we've heard a little.
And my co-host too, and business partner Robert Ferguson, the two of us together. We had a lot of humor into it.
We've heard a little rumor. We've heard a little rumor that you began to take on clients as a coach. Is this true?
Well, it is actually.
Congratulations!
Yes,
I want
awesome.
you as my coach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, I know that you are also into life coaching, and so are you, Erin, and you're very spiritual about it, and you're all about and bringing happiness into people's lives. And I'm kind of in the middle of both of you because it's one of those things that I think happens organically. I started getting requests, oh, will you be my life coach? Or will you talk to me about this situation or that situation? And I started to take on clients. And I'm actually really enjoying it. And I love to show people how to, just like you, and talk to them about different ways of bringing more happiness into their lives or living their best life. And I really try to get people to look at a situation that they're just so stuck on and to sort of change their perspective in a lightened, happier way. Because life really is about perception. You can see it with the glass half full or half empty, but it's a choice.
You're such a light, you're such an inspiration, and I just find your journey so interesting and so fascinating. What would you say, in terms of the life coaching piece, would you say it's the perspective shifting that you love the most? What do you love most about sort of mentoring folks and coaching folks? Is there something specific that you love?
I mean, I love to see people when that weight gets lifted off of their back. You know what I mean? Or they come to a realization like, I never saw it like that before. Or they, report back to me and say, okay, so I did what you said and it worked.
You weren't lying.
It always works. Sometimes it doesn't work. But I love seeing people happy, just like you.
Well, I have
like
to
that my whole
give
life.
a big thank you so much, because you are the one who brought me into Focus TV and introduced me to Andy and the whole thing. So, this is all you, honey. This is all.
It's really
but you're such a magical. What I love the most about you, and I genuinely, you have this really down to earth, girl next door thing. No matter if you're on whatever show, you have this authentic thing about you that people they just really adore you.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you. You guys are so sweet.
It's a good way of putting it. I think that's what makes you such a fantastic coach. Is that, of course, so beautiful inside and out, but you're also so relatable and you connect so easily and quickly with people. It's such a gift.
Thank you.
I just love that you're sort of sharing that with the rest of the world.
Yeah, it's sort of a new little venture, but it is with the Live It company, which is, the company that I'm the president of now. And then we have our Live It show, too, which we film some of it here. And we actually I'm putting up a new episode 4 today on all of the social media, and we're expanding it and growing it just like you guys are. But yeah, life is it's not easy. And people think, oh, she was Canada, and then she was on A&E Network and did this and that. No, I mean, it's been tough. I got a huge door, I got ghosted by a Walmart check, but it's okay.
So, Tanya, what have you learned about yourself in this process?
Maybe they'll bring me back one day, who knows? What's that?
So what have you learned about yourself in this process? How has working with people and living in it changed your perspective on your life? I have learned so much. First of all, I've learned that, like I said, there are so many boundaries. There's a lot of fears that people work through, including myself. And I have had certain things happen in my life that have not been difficult, from massive health issues to definitely career problems to, family issues and everything that I have never talked about publicly. I'm very private, but I do know that when you face your fears and you walk through that door, there's always gold on the other side. But it's not always easy to walk up to that door and do what you know that you need to do. Everybody knows that there's something in their life, I just wish I could do this. Well, you can do that, but you got to be able to do the work.
And don't you find, absolutely, I love that. And don't you find that the story that we create in our head about that thing we fear is so much worse than the actual experience?
Oh, I mean, it's
right?
Yes.
It's like once you're like, that's it? Right. I didn't die?
Anticlimactic.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah. It's been interesting. One of the first things that I ever did when I was younger, I was in my 20s, I was engaged to get married, and I called the wedding off 5 days before the wedding. Wow. 500 people were invited to the wedding. I was Miss Niagara. I was in the newspapers, and I had this whole big life, and I called it off, and then 6 months later, I won Miss Canada.
Wow.
You can't win Miss Canada if you're married.
Oh, wow.
So it's just interesting that I had the guts to call off.
Is that why you called? I'm just kidding.
No, I would have got married, but it was a very toxic relationship. I know, right? I didn't know Miss Canada wasn't even the works at the time.
I mean, that is so
It's just a good example. I'm trying to give an
so
example.
many people would just go through anyway because they would just be too afraid to.
It's scary. It's hard to say no to somebody. It's hard to disappoint somebody that you love. And to say, no, I'm not marrying you. And I had to return all the presents and all the gifts. And tell everybody they can't come to the wedding.
Wow.
And then it was devastating. And my mother signed me up to enter for the Miss Canada pageant, really without telling me. And I was like, okay, we're gonna do this.
I accept the challenge.
I accept the challenge, and I couldn't believe that I was chosen. But
Well, anybody that works with you is so fortunate, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And both of you as well, too. And I'm sure you give your friends advice all the
Oh
time.
my gosh, Jeslyn is the best. Really the best for that.
I'm still figuring it out myself, but it's an honor to be able to learn from all three of you and career and life and spirituality. We're really excited.
We're learning so much. Jez has taught us so much about the entertainment and how to, deal with products and people and networking. We're all learning. We all learn from each other. We're all coaches and we're all students.
Very, very
question
true.
about it.
So true.
And the secret sauce with Jeslyn is she says that she doesn't know anything. And I believe that on some level she believes that. But then she punches the number, like, they gives you the answer, like, it's 3,579. Like, you're like, wow, really? Because I'm pretty sure you said you didn't know how to do math.
Sometimes the divine just downloads on me and I surprise myself. Tell people where they can find you in the Live It Show.
All of my social media, so look up Tanya Memme, M-E-M-M-E on Instagram, Facebook. Also Robert Ferguson, who is he's my business partner with The Live It Company, so you can Google The Live It Company and you'll see our new episodes. But yeah, we're launching our 4th episode today. We're growing, we're expanding, we have a few clients and we haven't even technically totally launched the Live It Company yet, but it's doing extremely well and the show is just phenomenal. People are loving it, so we're excited.
Well, so excited. So love you.
Thanks.
And we are celebrating all of life today for sure. So thank you so much. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Focus TV studios in West Hollywood. I'm Jessica Moyer, host of LA Unscripted and co-host of Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show. And today I have the privilege to announce the latest issue of Focus magazine, and we're calling it the Empowerment Issue. These pages are filled with some of the most amazing personalities that are truly empowering others. On the cover is Ms. Kelly Gores, a filmmaker who's dedicated her work to empowering others to take charge of their own health and wellness and heal. We're also proud to feature Mr. Mark Teschner, a 9-time Emmy Award-winning casting director for General Hospital. I had the honor of interviewing Mr. Teschner at Prospect Studios, where he is empowering some of the most talented personalities in daytime television. It is an honor to feature Ms. Ellen Racketon, a 13-time Emmy Award-winning producer known for her work empowering others through The Oprah Show and now in Red Table Talks. She is a true entertainment mogul, a loving mother, and an absolute empowerista. And speaking of empowerista, the creator of the Empowerista show herself, Ms. Alex Worley. And where can you find an LA dining experience that feels like home? Right in Encino on Ventura Boulevard. I had the honor of interviewing Chef Nigel at Davenport's, where it's good food, good friends, and great family. And Focus magazine readers now have a new morning routine. Bel Air has welcomed Mr. Warren Kalute, aka Chef Warren of Holy Juice, an incredible juice bar right at the Bel Air Glen Center. Also in this issue, Mr. Kim Vo, known as the best blonder in the business. No matter what celebrity he's working with, he always goes back to his roots. A special shout out to Ms. Lillian Garcia, who I had the honor to interview for the previous cover of Focus magazine. Part of her empowering tribe is From Music to Mindset with Arden Kaylin and Greg Sims with a practical goal-setting technique. And Elizabeth Winkler contributed a very empowering piece from Laura Wasser, who is changing the face with divorce because it's over easy. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. It's an absolute honor to be celebrating Memorial Day with Mr. Chris Van Netten. Thank you for being here today.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. It's such an important day for everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
So you were in the United States Marine Corps, correct?
Yes.
Wow, how long did you serve?
So I served for 4 years. I got injured on my deployment to Afghanistan back in 2012. So after that, I figured that was a pretty good excuse to get out.
Yeah,
so
let's move on.
Let's talk about that. June 13th, 2012. Let's take us there for a moment.
So yeah, basically, without getting into the nitty gritty, it's we were at night doing night patrols, and a buddy of mine stepped on an IED, and as we were trying to get him out, I stepped on the second one. So, and there was actually a couple other, I found out later on, there was actually a couple more around that luckily nobody else had triggered, but yeah, it's just definitely a night I won't forget anytime
So you
soon.
lost both of your legs in that.
Yeah, yeah, I lost both my legs. Luckily, that was the extent of my injury. My buddy who stepped on the first one lost his, and then unfortunately we did lose a guy that night.
Wow. It's incredible that you have turned such what could have been a very dark hour of your life into something that now you walk in with such strength and light.
Thank you. You know, and it's not easy. You know, as you guys know, you can't be all happy all the time. And in the very beginning, it was very difficult. You know, I was dealing with depression. I did go down that dark road that you hear a lot of veterans go down. And I do remember just waking up one day and I was tired of it. I was just tired of being angry. And I don't know why there's the stigma that a vet has to be angry about going there, you know, going to war. And so I wanted to change it. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm always happy.
Yeah.
But I also have learned how to take whatever feelings that I have that day and how to do it in a positive way so that I'm better.
How have you dealt with the PTSD? Some type of processing? How has that looked for you?
Honestly, I'm one of those people that I've always been better about self-assessing myself. I don't try to ever put myself in somebody else's shoes, so I don't like it when somebody tries to put themselves in my shoes kind of thing. And so I just, when I know that something is wrong with me, I will figure out a way to deal with it. And I'll be honest, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that, you know, I've had it the hardest in the military, that I've seen the most. But the things that I have dealt with, I'm very proud to say that I've dealt with in a very positive manner.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's just incredible to me, man. Like, Chris, you're such an incredible guy to me. You're, first of all, so easy to talk to.
Thank you.
You're such a strength that comes through with you, and such a likability, you know. And I will say that a lot of my Marine friends, I mean, really all my friends that are Marines, have very similar qualities, you know. They have an ability to focus in a way that lets them sort of overcome almost anything. So you can talk to us a little bit about that, because you sort of went from that place that's dark and maybe you felt depressed, because I've been through periods of time like that, and I was going through a lot less than I felt depressed. How did you make that, how did you turn the corner? How did you get back?
You know, and I wish I could give just like one simple answer to that, because it's really just a culmination of different things that all help get me to where I am today. It's a lot of it, like I said, is just realizing what you're dealing with. It's that stage of acceptance and understanding, okay, this is my life now. Because yeah, it was really hard, especially in the beginning, because I was dealing with a lot of self-esteem issues. You know, I just lost my legs. I didn't know, you know, at the time I was like, okay, what girl's gonna want to date a guy with no legs? Like, my whole life has changed. On top of that, I was dealing with survivor's guilt of you know, losing a brother, which is why today of all days is so important to guys like me. And yeah, it's just, you take it every single day, and there was days where I literally just looked at myself in the mirror and said, you're gonna have a good day. Like, I forced a smile on my face.
Was the day you did the jockey that day? You looked in the mirror and you said, wow, yeah, I'm doing all right today.
That was the day. Yeah. All right, I remember when I first saw my first billboard. We were actually doing the promo tour or whatever, and we drove through Chicago, and that was the first time I ever saw myself on a billboard, and I was like, all right, this is pretty cool.
Right? Yeah. So let's talk about your shows and your modeling and all that.
Yeah.
What's all about that?
Okay, yeah.
Or Jez, you can give a intro.
I want to hear from you.
Actually, so I started a couple years before Jockey. I did some work with a photographer named Michael Stokes. That's probably one of the pictures I'm most well known for. I'm not going to get into too many details, but if somebody Googles my name, I'm sure
He's in
it'll
his underwear on a billboard, just so you know.
And he looks fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. And so, yeah, I did some small-time modeling there for a while. Also did some motivational speaking. And I don't call myself like a motivational speaker or a model. I'm just, I don't know, a promoter of positive lifestyle, I guess. You know what I mean?
Cool. You're Chris Van Etten.
Yeah, there you go, exactly.
What else is necessary? Now you even grace the halls of General Hospital.
Yes. So that's a fairly new thing, and yeah, I'm loving it. I get to play Chet Driscoll, who's the sister or the brother of Risa, who's one of the nurses on there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun.
Did you ever imagine that your life would become this, Chris? Did you ever?
No.
Yeah.
No, God, no. I mean, you know, and I wish that I could say from the very beginning I knew this is what I wanted to do. But, you know, I grew up in a military family, and serving was what I knew I was going to do. And, of course, when I got out, I definitely didn't think I was going to be doing this. I actually had plans to go into the U.S. Marshals. And then this happened, and that kind of got rid of that plan. So I thought, okay, what can I do? And it took me a while. It took me a couple of years to really kind of figure out what I wanted to do. And through a couple people kind of giving me this bright idea, I was like, all right, I've been given this gift to show people that even when your life sucks, it doesn't stay that way. And yeah, so I got into modeling and then to acting.
Well, you're literally standing on faith, and we really want to honor you today. I mean, what a beautiful representation of what a positive mind, you know, it like, just keep going, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about, you know, again, you can't always be happy, but it's figuring out a way to push through those valleys and enjoy the mountain peaks. Yeah.
I love
Thank
that.
you so much for your service.
Yeah,
Chris.
thank you
Where
so
can
much.
people follow you in your journey?
So I'm more active on Instagram. If you search Chris Van Etten or Chris Van Etten Official, that's where I'll be. I do have a Twitter and a Facebook. I don't really use those ones too much, but yeah.
It's all about the Insta.
Yeah. Just if you search my name, hopefully it'll pop. There's not too many Chris Van Ettens except for the writer for GH.
Which is mind-blowing, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Two guys, same show, same name.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Meant to be.
Exactly.
Well, thank you
fate.
so much.
Thank you so
Stay
much.
tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are honoring Memorial Day and this rising star, an incredibly talented young man, Seth Carr. Thank you so much for being here today.
Killmonger, what's up?
What's up? What's up? Man, you have been working almost since the day you were born. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
I've been just doing shows such as Night Squad. That's a really cool Nickelodeon show that I love being on. I've done things such as Bosch, Ray Donovan. My first actually TV show was Days of Our Lives. That was really cool.
It's a heck of a way to start a career, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah.
It's a great family though over there we hear. Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about this. So what is this like? I mean, you're young, your friends are like hanging out at school, you're on these sets. What's that like?
I mean, whenever I get back to school, they're always like huddling around me like, Seth, what did you do this? What did you do that? Why are you doing this? Why ain't you do that? Like,
a lot of questions, right?
It's like, I'll talk to you after school. Run out of the door. But it's just really cool because, I mean, I'm 10, like 10, 2 digits.
How many people at 10 have been a supervillain on a Marvel movie?
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was awesome getting to play as Killmonger. It was different because when I've done acting, I've never had to be put in a situation like that before. So that was a really cool experience.
What was that situation?
About having only my dad, really not having anyone else to look up to, have to grow up basically without anybody, nobody on your side, and having to live with that. So that's something I had to progress in, what my emotions had to flow to. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you love most about what you do?
I love most about what I do is like getting to have different emotions. Like when I'm acting, I'm not Seth. I'm Glover. I'm young Killmonger. I'm Fizwick. I'm not me.
Yeah.
That's what I like about acting. I'm not being me. I'm being somebody else. So that's really cool that I like.
So what would you say out there right now? There might be, a young 9-year-old or something that's walking and going, they're sad, they don't have anybody that's really there for them, and they have a dream. Like, so getting into that role right now, like what would you try and have them believe for themselves? What would you have them do to overcome their history, their story, his story? What would you say to them?
Don't let anyone bring you down, because if you let people bring you down, they'll fall with you. And that's how it goes. In this industry, people want to bring you down because they're jealous. They're jealous because they want to have what you have, but they can't have it. So they're mad and they want to bring you down because they want to have that, but they can't. So if you're just standing alone, don't let them bring you down. Just shove it off, because it's not going to help you. It's going to help them succeed and of their jealousy. So just be confident with whatever you're doing and don't let anyone bring you down, because
You're so wise for your 10. I mean, so wise. We've got to look at the new movie you're in, Breaking In. Let's take a peek at the trailer.
I know this is not how you wanted to spend your weekend, but guess what? Me neither.
She was supposed to see your boyfriend.
Whatever, he's not my boyfriend.
Then why did he make you a playlist filled with sex songs?
Oh my God, shut up, Mom.
A whole playlist.
You grew up here?
Why are you selling it?
That's what you do when someone passes away.
Check it out. Fully automated security system. Windows have retractable shields. This place is a fortress.
I guess some people get paranoid in their old age. What were you trying to hide, Dad?
I just want to say again how sorry I was to hear about your father.
I just want to make it through the weekend and come home.
Mom?
I swear to God, if you're hiding something.
I want you to listen. You are a woman, alone, at the mercy of strangers.
What do you want?
We want something in the house.
I will do anything to protect my kids.
Do exactly what I say, or you and your kids will not survive this night. Do you understand?
Yo!
She's gone. Find her.
She took out the lights.
She's smart. But we have her kids. Now, she's desperate.
I'm just a mom. You have no clue what I'm capable of.
She's in the house.
This isn't gonna work. You're done!
Tougher than a lion, ain't no need in trying. I live with a sky in. I'm so hard. I'm so hard. Yeah. you know this.
You broke into the wrong house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so hard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so hard.
A mother and their child.
Wow.
Not good.
Breaking In opened this past Mother's Day, starring Gabrielle Union and Seth Carr. Tell us about working on that film.
That was a really cool experience to get to work with Gabrielle Union.
Can imagine, huh?
The house was just amazing. The people on set were amazing. And I remember when they told me, when they were like, okay, Seth, you're going to be holding this gun. And they actually had a prop one, and then they had a real one, but it had 0 bullets. So I was like, okay.
Yeah. So I love Gabrielle Union, and I also love Dwayne Wade. Did you meet him?
I did.
Was he on set?
Meet him in the premiere.
Okay.
That was really cool. I mean, that I did. I was hoping to meet him on set because I was like, oh,
I get some tickets to the game. Yeah.
Bring some extra donuts for that guy.
Exactly.
But it was really cool, like overall, because first of all, I was doing this movie in the summer.
Wow.
So that was really cool. We got to go to Malibu. It was just overall, I mean, the drives, I was like, wake up just sweating. It's like, you know what, I'm used to it now, so let's get going. But it was just, that was really great.
Right. So I bet you have tons of people, young kids, that are reaching out for help, for suggestions, for advice. How do you handle that?
I think you should just look into the stuff. If your parents do know anybody, go to them, ask how to get there. Go to acting coaches, say, hey, I think my kid needs training before he goes into the industry. I don't know if he's ready yet. And the acting coaches have connections so they can kind of get you started into getting into the business. Basically, you start out with print, and then it goes to commercials, TV shows, movies. But overall, acting's all about fun. If you don't have fun doing, then it's not going to be fun for you. But if it's fun for you and you like playing different characters, you like having different emotions, it's gonna be great because you will have a great experience doing it because it's fun.
True that. That applies for everybody for doing anything, right?
Right.
I got a question. So who are your favorite actors? Who do you like?
I love Denzel, Viola, Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman, Gabrielle, Lita. Like, just, I can go on.
It's an endless list, right?
Like,
so many great actors.
So many great actors, and they all started from print, commercials, TV shows, movies. So when you kind of think about it, it's like everyone started at level 1. No one started at level 100. No one just went 0 to 100.
Right. Even though Drake
tried
to convince us of otherwise.
He's trying to convince us, like 0 to 100 real quick. But that's not reality, Drake. You know, things take time. Yeah.
So if you could give one message to your fans, what would it be?
Take a nap. Just always be confident in what you do and don't give up, because if you give up, all those things, they won't come to you. When they come to you, that's when you know the right thing. Just follow your heart. Your heart guides the way of what you should do.
Where is your heart guiding you? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What's next for Seth Carr?
I got a feeling it might include a donut shop. Does it? It involves a donut shop.
I don't know. I think all donuts are, but I just hope for me in the future me, do good, be good, be good. But just, I hope I want to be like a paleontologist or a meteorologist or something like that, and a naturalist. That's something that I really like doing, but if I'm not doing that, I would love to be acting, because that's where it all started.
I have a feeling you've got a career in that.
Yes, it's working out for you.
Look out, Denzel. Yeah. Well, tell people where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram, Carr, Twitter.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's it. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for all your inspiration, your high vibes, and I think it's so cool that you get into all the different emotions. I think acting is the highest expression for sure. So we're just looking forward to watching you soar beyond. I don't even know where you go from here, but you know, in all light.
He goes to 1-5 to the top.
Stay
tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land. Welcome back, celebrating Memorial Day here in the studio in West Hollywood at Focus TV Network with all these amazing, extraordinary human beings. Chris, I want to ask you, what would you say for the people out there that are, have not made it to the other side as far as, finding their positive mind? What would you tell them?
I mean, honestly, if I were to talk to somebody who's struggling, it's honestly just, one, they're not alone.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people out there that are having a hard time too, but just force the smile until it becomes a real smile. Just keep pushing for it, because eventually it does get better. Always gets better.
Love that.
So what are you guys doing today? You guys are just hanging out, gonna cruise back down to OC?
Yeah, OC. That's I'm going to LA to the OC, It's just, barbecue, naps,
The snap. I feel you on the snap. It's been on my mind as well.
Man after my heart.
Naps are underrated.
Right.
And you're going to have a donut, which is always
a
great.
donut. Yes, a donut a day.
Where'd you get your style inspiration? You get this from your mom or your dad?
I get this from both of them.
Oh.
Dad. Mom. Dad. Mom. Dad.
Nice.
So it's like a combination. So like I have kind of dad, socks, shoes, hairstyle, and I have mom, clothes, skin, handsomeness.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you're on brand. You got the orange.
Yeah, he does. Not everyone can wear a linen suit.
A quick question. So for me, Memorial Day is obviously about sort of honoring and respecting those who have sacrificed their lives for us. And it's also about remembering the value of life itself, life is precious. And so if there was one thing maybe that makes your life most worth living, what would you say it is? Maybe Chris, start with you.
Easily, family.
Family, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the same. Family and friends.
And friends, yeah. What about you, bud?
Everybody. I can't live in a world with nobody. There's no point of living if you can't live in a world with everybody. So family, friends, everyone who's you might say strangers, but strangers are a big part, because yes, I would love to be in a world with friends and family, but you need everyone to make a world. You have to have everyone in it. Everyone has to be in it to make such a big world like this. So I say everyone.
You at 1-0. What are you going to be
1-0.
like at 3-0?
3-0.
Wow. Well, thank you all so much for being here today. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. We are Good Morning La La Land. America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Your favorite interviews are also available on podcasts on iTunes.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. You guys like, share, and comment. We want to have you engage in this community. Let us know what you want to discuss. Have a wonderful day, and just sending big honor to all the troops and everyone out there.
Love.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.